Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight, to take your time to come out. That means a lot to us as candidates. And I'd like to thank the candidates for putting their name out there to get up and do this. Because we need a change. We need a change in Putnam County. We need a change for the betterment, for the members of the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, and for the citizens of Putnam County. And one of us up here is going to be that change. I guarantee. As I'm talking to you tonight, if I look at you and I look over here, I'm not a freak. It's just a jacked up eye. It's been that way my whole life. I'll cover it up if I need to once we start answering questions. A little bit about myself. I started at the Putnam County Sheriff's Office in January of 2001. I started off my career in corrections, and I absolutely love working in corrections because in a small county like Putnam, you're going to be dealing with the same people in the jail that you're going to be dealing with once you get fortunate enough to go out to the road. I put myself through the Crossover Law Enforcement Academy and went to patrol there shortly after. I don't remember the exact time, but there shortly after, and worked my way on up to crime prevention. Crime prevention, most people have a call. Who in here watches CSI, NCIS, watches some type of cop show or whatever? Well, everybody thinks, I want to be a homicide investigator, I want to be this, I want to be that. My calling was crime prevention because you actually get to do proactive law enforcement work by doing crime prevention. You let people know that you can take a vested interest back in your community. And in crime prevention, that's what you can do. As Sheriff of Putnam County, that's one thing that we're going to enforce. We're going to go back to community-oriented policing, going back to putting emphasis on crime prevention, where you're allowing citizens to take back control of their communities. So from crime prevention in, I think it was May of 2009, I was appointed as executive lieutenant in the Department of Corrections by the current sheriff after the jailbreak that happened in there. And there were a lot of changes that had to be made in the Department of Corrections. And there were some really good changes that took place under the administration while I was there, and I'm proud of that. Talk real quick about my special teams. 2004, I got on the SWAT team, started out as an entry personnel on the SWAT team, worked my way up to breacher, hit door hard and move kind of guy. Then I worked my way up to sniper. Only having one eye, it's a benefit being a sniper. That way you don't have to close this when you're looking at it. But through training, additional training, I became the ops coordinator for the SWAT team, which is a training officer and coordinating officer. Up until just before I left the sheriff's office in 2011, I had worked my way up to team commander. I was actually the commander of the SWAT team, the assistant commander of the underwater search and recovery team. Was part of the honor guard, was privileged to be a part of the honor guard, and the commander of the Marine Patrol. I got to patrol. Does anyone in here know how many miles of riverfront that we have in Putnam County? Tax collector, where you at, Tim? 49 miles. We got 49 miles of patrollable water on the St. Johns River alone. So I was pretty blessed to be able to run from Clay County all the way to Volusia County on one side and Lake County on another. So anyway, that was a good job right there. Got to know a lot of FWC people. Through my community involvement, I was a Pop Warner football coach under Ricky Wright. Ricky was the president, which I'm not going to steal into his thunder. Babe Ruth baseball coach. Got to coach baseball. I was a tri-chair for the Florida Azalea Festival. A volunteer firefighter with Station 6 in East Palatka. I was a volunteer firefighter there for quite a few years. I was also very, during my time as crime prevention, I was blessed to be on the board of directors for the Lee Conley House. And for those of you who don't know, the Lee Conley House is it's for battered women, abused women, and it's a really good organization. And I was the Region 3 director of the Florida Crime Prevention Association. So I got to do a lot of stuff within that. 2011, I resigned from the Putnam County Sheriff's Office because I wanted to do something different. And boy, did I. I went to Afghanistan. I went to Afghanistan as an embedded police mentor, teaching the Afghan National Police and the Afghan National Army democratic policing techniques. I successfully fulfilled a one-year contract in Afghanistan, and it was a learning experience. That was my spiritual awakening. That will change your life. You think that we have poor people here and that we have bad people here, go to Afghanistan, spend a day or two there. It's rough. For all you veterans that are in this room, because I was not blessed to be a veteran, that's as close as I could get. I want to personally thank each and every one of you for going out there and serving and protecting this country, and I thank you. And that's an eye-opening experience. So I thank you all. Whenever I returned home, I started my career with a state law enforcement. I began my career as a state law enforcement officer with the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. Really, the whole title is Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, Office of Agricultural Law Enforcement. Try to say that on a traffic stop. It doesn't happen. So I'm a cabbage cop now, and I really enjoy it. It's a different take on law enforcement. If you're going up and down I-10, you're going to see interdiction stations. Up and down 95, there's interdiction stations. They're not weigh stations. It gives you an opportunity to, if you're hauling like a U-Haul, cargo trailer truck or something, and you bypass one of these, you're going to get pulled over, and we're going to go up and we're going to introduce ourselves, which lends me into I'm as much a law educator as I am a law enforcement officer. I can educate you on the law and give you a warning and send you about your way without digging into your pocket. We're not in a money-making business. If anybody tells you that they're a CEO, CFO, whatever, of the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, they're lying to themselves and they're lying to you, because it's not a business. The only business is customer service. It's about you, the community. It's about the public. And we're going to get into training the public, training the agency. And super quick aside here, so speaking of training, I've been speaking to some national security advisors, believe it or not, national security advisors, and being advised by them that from the national, state, and local level, the training that is being conducted on counterterrorism, terrorism, is biased and false. Huh? Okay, it's false. It's a narrative that's being put out by the Muslim Brotherhood, and it's a narrative that's being put out by factions of the Muslim Brotherhood. Super quick, inside this lodge itself, there was a tipster, a person that delivered information that led to the arrest of 5 jihadis in Clay County and Duval County. Did anyone in here know that? No. A few people knew that? 5 arrests were made, 4 were charged, and 3 stores were closed. Don't think it can't happen here in Putnam County. We're a rural county. What better place for there to be a jihadi training camp than in Putnam County? Did you know that there's one in Jessup, Georgia? Active jihadi training camp in Jessup, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all very much for your time, and I appreciate it.